Have you guys ever seen those old flags, those historical flags that have depictions of animals on it, especially of lions? Did you ever wonder, like, why does the lion look like this? I mean, it seems that it's in pain, isn't it? It seems that the depiction of lion is lacking here. But there is an explanation for why it looks like it looks. Apparently, people back then didn't have access to television or the internet. They did have access to books, however, and the text would describe how a Roman scribe from that time was told that a lion looks like. So like what? Like third-hand information that they would have to basically draw what for them was a mythological creature. I mean, sure, it exists in the world, but like none of their countrymen or themselves have ever seen one. And this is why the lion looks like this. And then when you look at it, you realize why the developers from California constantly draw women like this. I mean, it makes sense, like they never actually seen a real woman. Like if you're a woke individual working at a corporation, the likelihood that you would ever encounter a member of the fairer sex is slim to none. Like you can read about it somewhere in a book. You can think that they may exist somewhere, but you are trapped in the hellscape that we call California. Like there is no escape from there. So you can only create what you see around you. You can only look at the people that you surround yourself with and draw inspiration from that. All jokes aside, though, you do have like the diversity that I champion. I like to call it true diversity. Like we need to support the marginalized voices, and those happen to be the people in Japan. I mean, anime creators are definitely part of a marginalized community. They earn far less than the people in California, and I do believe in equitable redistribution of wealth. So why would I ever give money to a rich, greedy Californian corporation? No, I give money to some poor Japanese artist. That, it breaks my soul that every single time I go on Twitter, I see not just the individuals attacked, not just the artists attacked by evil people from California, but I also see that their art style is being put under question. And here you have something that is so fundamentally basic, like so rooted in humanity. It is inescapable. It is a universal truth. But unfortunately, the evil master lords of California, the diversity hags from the HR universities, they have polluted the mind of the people who live there in order to believe that this actually isn't good, and they are trained to hate this, right? And here you have an example. Like I chose not to show the name of the person, but as you can see, it's got 2.2 million views. Like a lot of people are resonating with this evil. And the great evil has to be that artists are told to draw with a difference between male and women. Like the very notion, the very fact that there is a difference between a man and a woman causes a feeling of hate in these individuals, right? And I want to give them a feeling of love. Like I want to embrace them. I want to tell them, look, it's okay. It's okay. I know that you don't like the artist, but you can choose not to watch his work. It doesn't have to be this way. Life doesn't have to be a circle of hatred. It's not healthy for you. Like it's okay, just close your eyes and walk away. But of course, it's not just the fact that they hate it. They want you to hate it as well. Like they are very concerned that they waste their entire life and free time in order to try to reach out to you, to persuade you, to convince you that if you think that there is a difference between men and women, you are wrong. And usually this doesn't work, right? Like arguments don't really work because you don't live in California, and you go out on the street and you can see how men look and you can see how women look, and it's not like this. So they have to like make all of these bizarre arguments. Like for example, they're trying to convince themselves that the woman is drawn like a child, right? Which again, like begs the question, like, do these people even see how children look like? Again, like, what is happening in California now? Like, are these people locked up in prisons? Like, are they not able to go outside and interact with real humans so that they can see the diversity and the variance of humanity? But apparently, I don't know what's going on, because you get these people that are claiming, well, the picture on the left, it is but a child. And I generally just don't see that. Like, first of all, it's not even a human being. It's like a representation. It's an art style. It's an art form. Um, and the fact that they have no problem with the male character is very interesting, but the female character is what bothers them. So as you can see, like the actual issue is that you can draw any gender with any facial structure you want. And it is true. Like, no one is denying that you can't draw any gender. In fact, you can draw literally anything. You know, I can put a pencil up my asshole and then wiggle my tushy on the piece of paper and I can draw. That is not the question, right? The question is, will people buy my drawing? Like is my drawing something that the public desires? And this is where the problem happens, right? Because they hate the public. They do not like the public to have freedom of choice. They do not like it when the public has liberty. So when the public chooses not to buy these games, you know, even like if let's say a third of the public wants to buy these games and it's enough to make them profitable, no, like they want everybody to buy these games. Like everybody buy it because they're made in California and yeah, you have to buy them. So the moment like someone doesn't buy them, it upsets them, it triggers them, it makes them feel that feeling of hate, as is being described here. Like they hate this. They hate that people don't buy what they like. The fact that we do not live under the philosophy of the ant people and they are the queens, that's what upsets them. So when an artist learns to draw, like when do you go to art school? When you go to art school to learn to draw in a way that most people like, because again, like anyone can draw, right? Like you can take a piece of paper and a pencil and you can do literally whatever you want, but chances are people aren't willing to pay for your drawing. And the free market, the worst thing that Californians hate the most is really the evil capitalist enterprise of free market and choice, is basically saying that people would rather buy anime and they would rather buy manga than American comic books and American video games. And this is why they are upset. They're not upset that, oh, well, you can't draw characters of any gender. Like, of course you can. But people aren't willing to pay for it. And it's this reality, it's this truth that upsets them. And again, like in order to try to change this, they will say that all female characters in anime are drawn like children. So even if you have like a mature woman with big plump tits and a nice ass, if it's anime style, they will hate it. And they will not make the same criticism towards Rick and Morty. Like in Rick and Morty, you have Morty, which I think is like 13 or 14, right? And there are episodes in which he has sex or he is raped. There is like the incest baby episode. And this is like mainstream American television. Everyone gets to see it. It's being promoted. Especially people on the left love it so much because they're very intelligent and they laugh at all the jokes. But they do not apply the same criticism there. It's like, well, you're promoting pedophilia because Morty, like in so many episodes, he's being sexualized. No, like that's fine, right? It's just anime. And the reason, the core reason, is about gender. Like they want body type A, body type B in every single video game. They want in art the human species to be drawn androgynous. They want it to create like this concept that there is absolutely no difference between the body of a man and the body of a woman. It's like fashion, basically. And the fact that most people don't agree with this view, the fact that most people don't agree with this thinking is why they hate it. And it's why they have to constantly attack other cultures and other societies that do not agree with the Californian mindset. Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.